And welcome to the third episode of the HennyPennyMakes podcast. I'm Erin, otherwise known as Henny Penny, and I'm a yarn dyer, colour therapist and rainbow lover based in Scotland. I am going to try and keep this kind of brief today because it's not that long until the school run, and I didn't want to put it off for another day because I'm terrible for thinking, well, I'll do it tomorrow instead and have more time, and then it never happens. So that I don't end up with months in between podcasts again, I thought I'll just do it as quickly. It won't be perfect, but never mind. So I have quite a few finished objects to show you today. Lots of new works in progress and a few bits and pieces to tell you just in general. I might tell you those first. So one of the things which, if you watched the last episode, you'll know was happening. There's a positive thinking make along that I'm running at the moment. I'm running it through my Mighty Networks group, and basically you can make anything that you want using 100 grams of a main colour and 10 20-gram mini skeins in 4-ply yarn, and you can enter it in the make along and win a prize, or be in with the chance of winning a prize. I will be running it until the end of August. I'm working through a shawl at the moment, which I'll show you in my works in progress. And I've suggested a couple of other patterns that might be good, but you could make anything you want with it, as long as you use that amount of yarn. The idea is just to kind of bring some colour and brightness and positivity to the world and you're making. And so that's the aim. So it's on until the end of August. I'm also going to start from the start of July continuous make along that you can enter. As long as you use at least 50% of the project is made with my yarn, you can enter, and I'll draw prizes. I'm not exactly sure how regularly at the moment. I'll see how the first wee while goes. I thought maybe between the 1st of July and the end of the year to start with. So yes, if you make anything using at least 50% of my yarn, you can enter. Again, it'll be done through the Mighty Networks group. I think it's the most accessible. Social media is not always great for me to see hashtags and things that I've been tagged in. Sometimes I see them, sometimes I don't. And I wouldn't want somebody to go to the effort of entering and not being part of it because of a technical error. And Ravelry is not accessible for everyone. So I think the Mighty Networks group is good. It's very small at the moment, so you're in with a good chance if you enter anything of getting a prize. And if you want to join the group, you can get in touch with me and I'll send you a link so you can do that. The other thing I wanted to say is that I have set the date for my next shop update. I had Yorkshire Yarn Fest last month and just haven't gotten a chance to get everything sorted out and back up on the website yet, so I'm going to have a update on the 24th of June at 7 p.m. If you want to see what's going into the shop, then join my newsletter, my subscriber newsletter, which you can do through the website. If you can't find it, send me a message and I'll send you the link. My subscribers are the only people I give discounts to, just for the fact that they take the time to read what I am busy speaking about and sharing. So I don't do it regularly, but I do occasionally give a discount, and I was planning for the next one to do that. So if you want to know what's going in and are planning on buying anything, get in touch or join the newsletter and I can send you the information. The last thing, I have my advent calendar available at the moment to pre-order. This year the theme is toys, gift giving, just generally the history. When I do an advent, I kind of go into everything and cover all sort of areas. So I was thinking sort of popular gifts over the years, the history of gift giving, just to kind of capture that joy and surprise on Christmas morning. That's what I kind of want to capture through the advent calendar this year. So it's available to pre-order just now. Installment option will be only available to the end of this month, to the end of June. Just so that you have time to pay, basically, before I'm finishing the advents and sending them out. At the moment, I think I might close the pre-order at the end of July. I don't normally do that, but the way it's been this year, it's not a huge number, and I'd rather not end up just over what I can fit into the pans and make it life difficult for myself. So trying to be sensible this year and not just leave it open continuously. If there are any spares, they'll go up in the shop once the rest are sent out. I have sock and DK options and a gold sparkle option as well this year. I like to try and give as many options as I can within reason. I'm really looking forward to doing it, but I always get that nervous stage before I start where I think, oh goodness, is it going to turn out the way I want, and is everyone going to be happy? So yeah, it always does work, but it's just the way I feel. So I think that's everything I needed to tell you, just information wise, and I'll show you what I've been doing. So I said I had a few finished objects. So if you watched the previous episode, you'll remember all the socks that I needed to put heels in. So I've done quite a few pairs, so I'll show you those just now. So I started with the orange ones. They're sitting kind of funny because I've had them folded. So I've got my orange pair, the gold ones, goldy yellow ones. They look more bright in this colour, in this light, than they are in reality. They are more kind of goldy yellow. My green ones. It's kind of hard to see. The light's it's very bright outside, and this side's quite dark, so I'm sorry for the contrast. It's probably not that easy to see. My turquoisey tealy kind of ones. I love these ones actually. Out of all of them, I think these and the last pair I'll show you are kind of my colours. My blue ones, and these ones you haven't seen at all, but this is the other pair I was saying that I love, the purpley ones. They're just, these kind of colours are very much my colours, and the greens as well. So let me get them in a pile so you can see them together. 2 seconds. The last time I tried to pick these up, they all went flying, so it's going to be fun to see if I can do it. Oops. And then these ones, which I did ages ago, and I did show you, but they were already finished, so I didn't want to include them right now until done the pink ones. So my rainbow. So when I started the business, I thought my aim was to make a rainbow of socks that I can wear, and I would be delighted. And I'm finally 5 years later starting to get to that stage. Although I won't be wearing these; they're going to be shop samples for the next wee while. So I want to put together yarn sets that are kind of, that have like 4 colours together, and I'll do smaller sets like these that just use the 4 minis, and then I'll do some bigger sets with like a larger amount of the variegated yarn. And I also thought about dyeing up some bigger bundles, like 50-gram bundles of each, or 100-gram ones. I don't know if anyone would want that, but I just could imagine it would be nice to be able to buy them and do something with them. Right, here's my rainbow. Oh, I love it. I love all the colours. It's just so fun, and it just makes my heart happy. So I finally achieved, or started to achieve, one of my goals. I still have some other colours I want to add in amongst them. So I've done these ones, you haven't seen them either. I've got the needles in to mark the afterthought heel, but I haven't cut them yet, so I can show you. So the brighter red ones that will kind of slot in between the orange and the sort of winey colour. It's kind of hard to see. Definitely is more, I'm not good at doing things in reverse. It definitely is more red than the orange ones. That way. Goodness. But this is one of my earliest colourways, Rainbow Bright, and it's still one of my favourites. So I wanted to use them in socks too. So they'll have the dark red heel when I'm finished with them, hopefully next episode. And I'm working on indigo kind of ones just now. I love them. I've got another couple of pairs on the needles, but I'm just not happy with them. The contrast of them's just not doing it for me, so I don't really know what I'm going to do with them. I might rip them out, or I might just change one of the colours. I'm quite fussy about things. I have yarn for sort of brownie coloured pair and a grey pair. I've got the grey ones here to show you. So my next ones. With my wolf colour. I have really bright yellow ones, which I'm looking forward to doing, although they don't actually look that different, but when you see you can see they are a bit, this one is more kind of gold, like I said. And then I've got a lighter orange set ready to go as well. I can see that it's just going to be a continuous thing that I'm going to add to my rainbow collection. But that's half the fun, isn't it? When you just add extra bits to what you love. Where did I put the... I'll show you the violet ones that I'm working on that I'm not happy with. I like all the colours, I just don't really like them together for some reason. Excuse the ends. I picked... So this is my Delphiniums. That one. Delphiniums colourway. I did that years ago, one of my early colourways, and I love it. And this one go really well with it. And this one does when you put them together in skeins, but it's just not sitting right. So I don't know whether I need to take this out and make it more kind of blue, another bluey toned one, or whether to take this one out and just have it, I don't know, slightly more purpley. It's hard to tell. When I do my colour therapy club, I do violet and purple as separate colours, because to me purple is much more like pinky purple rather than the blue purple, which I would say is violet. So yeah, I was trying to fill in the gaps so that I kind of have the full rainbow, but it's just not happy with them. Maybe I just need to dye up more yarn. Any excuse. Anyway, so that's those socks. The other ones that I've got, so I haven't tackled many of the pairs for myself that I have to put heels in, but I did add the toes to these when I was on the way back from Yorkshire. It was quite a long journey, so and my husband likes to drive. He doesn't like sitting as a passenger, so I take advantage and sit and knit on the way. So I still have to do the heels of these, but I popped the toes in. This is one of the Yarn Badger Christmas colourways. She does an advent colourway every year, or she has the last 3 years anyway, and each stripe is a different day, which is lovely. Having said that, I haven't knitted either pair during advent. I just did them this year when I felt like it, but I do love them. So I've got the pair, and I always tuck the yarn inside for the heels. So I've still got quite a few pairs in my tin to put heels in, but I will get them done. I'm enjoying actually doing them now that I've started. It's always the thought that kind of puts me off doing things. I do overthink it or stress about it, and I shouldn't, because it's always better than I think. But anyway, so that was a mixture of finished objects and whips, but they kind of went together, so I had to show them. The other finished object that I've done, if you saw any of my stories on the Yorkshire Yarn Fest Instagram takeover thing, I shared that I'd been working on this. I have a lot of DK minis in stock from just built up over the last couple of years, and I wanted to put together sets with them. So I thought, well, it's all very well putting sets together, but people don't always know what to do with them, so I wanted to make a shawl. I haven't blocked it because I still can't make up my mind whether it's better the way it is or whether to block it. But I'll show you anyway. So I took a rainbow of minis and did this shawl. So it's a decent size. I'll see if I can stand up or kind of scoot up slightly and put it on so you can see. So it's quite a good size as it is without being blocked, although I think it would block out really nicely. I'll squint today. So it's lovely and squishy, and I do think it would block out really nicely and make a really big shawl in comparison, but I can't tell whether to do that or whether to just leave it nice and squishy. I never know which is better, more drape or more kind of coziness. I'm definitely a cozy kind of person. I like squishy things. I'd love to know what you think, whether you think I should block it or not. I did a poll on the stories on the Instagram one, the Yorkshire one and my own, and it was 50-50 on both, so it's kind of hard to know which to do. Yeah, but I do love it, and it's nice. It was nice to pick colours and just sort of play. So one of the things going into the shop update will be DK sets, and I'll hopefully by that stage have the pattern written up. I've got all the information, I just haven't gotten it written up yet. It's super simple to do. It's a nice sort of mindless but enjoyable, mindful thing, if that makes sense. You can enjoy the process without having to think about it, which I think is really nice. So those are finished objects. The start of every year I have a phase where I go through like finishing socks, finishing really quick projects that have been on the needles or that I've neglected for ages, and I also get a kick out of making blankets. So I've started making more blankets as if I need more. I should really finish the ones I've got, but that's just the way life is. We can't help how our fancy's taken, can we? So I've started 2 new blankets since the last time. I will show you the first one. So my friend Helen from Giddy Yarns and I, the last 3 years we've swapped advent calendars, which is lovely. It's so nice to be able to do that because I love doing it, and I love the themes that she picks. We're swapping again this year, and she has made a blanket with each of the sets that I like, my advents that she's gotten. If you want to see them, look at her podcasts. They're really lovely. She's working on the 3rd one just now, I think. But the first 2, the Quality Street and the Pantomime ones, are really nice. And when I visited her recently, she had them on the couch, and I was like, oh, the boys were playing with them, and it was so nice to just get to see them in reality and used, because I've made other things with mine, so I don't get to kind of enjoy them in the same way. But her last one, the one from this Christmas just past, she did the Narnia theme, so she worked along with the book, kind of chronological order, and themed her colours around points in the book. So I bought the book, and my little girl and I are reading it just now, just a little bit at a time, and I'm knitting the blanket along with it. So I want it to be like a snuggle blanket that we can cuddle under and read things together, or as she gets older she can have and read herself. So I've just done the first 4 colourways. I've combined the minis with some undyed yarn I had, and it's got a little sparkle, so I thought it was pretty appropriate for the snow in Narnia. So I'm just doing a nice squishy garter blanket, but I wanted the colours of the minis to shine on their own, so which is why I've put the undyed in the middle. So this one is Through the Lamppost. No, Through the Wardrobe. This one is Lamppost in the Woods. That one's Tea with Mr. Tumnus, I think, and that one's Always Winter, Never Christmas. Yeah, Never Christmas. So it's just short at the moment, but I'm going to block it out once it's finished, I think, so it's kind of drapey. But I'm really enjoying working on it. It's so nice just to do something that I'm only working on it when I'm with my girl. So it's kind of like it's a bit like a club project. It's not there's no hassle for me to finish it because it's just taking its time. Whereas some things I put pressure on myself to finish quickly, and that totally kills any enthusiasm or joy. But it's a lovely project to work on, and I'm looking forward to using it with my wee girl as well. The other blanket that I've started, I just started this yesterday, but it's super quick to work on, which is lovely. I bought some of the Squiddle Village minis from Kelly and Nick at Lee Family Yarn, and I love them. But then I thought, oh, I shouldn't start another blanket with them. I'll just gather them up, sort them into colours for, I don't know. I don't know if that's still working. Computer went and shut itself down for a second. I thought I would just gather them, lay them out in colour, and sort them out and make something for kind of Christmas presents with it. Then I laid them out because they were in the packs. They're all quite random, and I based on the story that Kelly and the family have written, rather than the rainbow one that she did last year. So I thought, I won't have a rainbow of them. I'll just sort of put them as best I can in colour, and I'll see what I can put together for presents. Maybe make some cowls or something. And then I laid them out and realised I had a really good rainbow of colours. So of course I had to start another blanket. But I've gone with something super simple that I can take to the crafty night that has started. I had gotten requests for sort of knit night, so I decided to start my own one. So nice to be able to meet people in person, and just, I'm not the most sort of chatty person, I suppose, in groups, because I like to listen to what everyone else is saying. So I always think I probably seem quite quiet at things, but I just love being with people and listening and learning about everyone. So anyway, I wanted something that takes no concentration and that I can just sort of do easily and take with me, like something small. So I love granny squares for that because they're so easy, and I always join them afterwards. It's just the way I work. But this time I decided to hold it double with the minis, because they're the 10 gram ones. Hold it double with some undyed yarn I've got in my stash. So I've made a little stack already. I had great fun doing it last night whilst we were there. So far I've got these all in the last 24 hours, but it's great. So they're just nice, and they're quite muted looking because they're held double, but I think that'll be really nice for a change, because a lot of the things I make are quite bright, and sometimes you just want something, I suppose, a bit softer. It's funny because I said about the Christmas presents to everyone, and they're like, so is this going to be a Christmas present? I was like, no, it's just for me. It's a present for myself. Well, and to the family, but mainly for me. Anyway, so I've just started, I'd laid them out in rainbow colours, so I've kind of just picked like the ones at either end and started working I've got a huge stack of them still here let's see if I can get them. Oh dear, sorry. Yeah, I've got a huge stack of them still here to work through, so I've got plenty to keep me going. But it's just nice, it's nice because I can just grab a few minis and some of the undyed and take it with me, and it's so quick to make. I've forgotten how quick things like double knitting, or the equivalent, like holding things together, how quickly they work up. I've spent the last, I don't know how many years working on 4-ply, and it's lovely, but it takes forever sometimes. I think doing this, I realised just how much quicker it was. I kind of want quick knits just now and colourful, fun things. Anyway, that's just the way it is, isn't it? We go through phases. Right, the very last thing is my shawl for the positive thinking make along that I'm doing. So I love Lisa Ross. She's Paper Daisy Creations. I love her patterns. I've shown the Make Your Own Luck shawl a million times, or it feels like it. And she released another one called Positive Thinking, using the same amount of yarn, so 10 20 gram minis and 100 gram of the contrast. So I have I'm on to section 2 of the shawl just now, and I love it. I chose the bright colours because they're very similar to the ones that she used herself for the pattern, but I think this would look really nice in any mixture. I've got a relaxed rainbow bundle, quite deep colours, and I think it would look really lovely. You need something that's quite high contrast because there's a mosaic section in it, but I'll show you. I haven't woven in my end, so I'm sorry. But so it starts with the rainbow section, and then so I'm just starting the mosaic. I think when it's blocked out it's going to look really lovely. It's kind of hard to show properly. I just love it. It's so simple to do as well because it's just slip stitches, and I love that. I like things that are fun, but you can pick up and sit down and not stress about where you are in a pattern, or oh my goodness, have I done that the right way? Yeah, I'm at that phase in my life just now that the easier things are, the better. I think we all go through that, don't we? That when you've got a million and one things to do, you pick the easy things that just bring you enjoyment, and then when you've not maybe got as many things to focus on, you can tackle much harder tasks. I don't know. Anyway, I love the colours of this. So this is my obviously not entering my own competition, but my contribution to the make along. And I set this down. I did this section really quickly and then set it down, and I only started this like a couple of days ago and just did a little bit, about an hour or something, and I'd done that, and yeah, it's really, really quick and fun to make. So even if you join now, you'd still have plenty of time over the holidays and things to make a shawl or whatever you want with the yarn, if you want to join in the make along. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I haven't touched my colour therapy, my colour therapy club or my chakra club squares yet. I've got the yarn here for them, but I haven't touched them yet. I'm trying to think what else. I haven't touched my gnome. I haven't started the mystery make along that I was one of the dyers for. I haven't started my gnome for it yet, although I have the yarn here. I need time to do it, and probably needles because I've probably already got them on another project. But I've chosen to go with the made from garter. Oh dear, I'm trying to rush through this so that I've got enough time for a bite to eat before I go for the little one. I have chosen the made from girders colour set that I did. So I'm going to do the hat in these colours and the body in this, so that it kind of mimics the famous Iron Brew colours. But I need to finish. I really want to finish this before I start the new one, which is why I haven't gotten it started yet. This is, I can't remember what this one's called. Nathan? I can't remember. I'll share the information below. I chose these colours, and I've got, I'm trying to think what body. I've got a brownie kind of colour that I set aside for adding. I can't even think what the extra detail is apart from the beard. I can't think just now. But anyway, this one's a lovely one. It's got a nice cable down the side, and the cable's about to split and become sort of a wider, not good at this, a wider section here. But I love this one with the hat and everything. I still have to block it out as well, but I'll get that done. But the gnomes they're not complicated, but I need to focus on them, and at the moment, every day when my girl's at school, I just have other things that need my attention more, so it's been months and I haven't gotten it done. I will eventually, maybe in the holidays when she's busy, I don't know, playing and having fun or doing something creative, I can sit and do a little bit of it. I'll get there eventually, but yeah, I want to start this one. I really want to do it. So I need to check if I've got spare needles, because I should just probably get on with it. It's a colourwork gnome, so Sarah is really good, so she knows that a lot of people can be kind of scared of colourwork, so she does say if you want to just do a stripy hat or a plain hat or something, she kind of gives information if you want to do a stripy hat of how many rows she would recommend of each colour and things. But she does fantastic tutorials. Her patterns and everything are really simple, broken into sections. It's all really good. I have never managed to do any of the mystery ones at the time that the mystery's running, but I highly recommend her patterns. They're really great. And I'm really looking forward to doing this one. I just need to get started. So accountability, I'm hoping by mentioning the two gnomes that I'll have maybe manage to make progress on Nathan and get the other one started. Yeah, and catch up with my clubs. And maybe finish something else. I don't know. I'm that way just now that it feels like there's a million and one things that need my attention, and I just want to sit and knit and do nothing else. Anyway, thank you for sticking with me today, and I'd love to hear what you're working on just now, if there's anything that you're really enjoying making, or if there's anything that you're struggling with, or I don't know, if you have any recommendations of patterns. I'm always looking for suggestions. It's just, I love to look and think, oh, what could I do with that, and how could I adapt it to put more colour, or it's perfect as it is. And just want to make it. I'm always looking for things. So if you have any suggestions, I'm always open to them. And yeah, I think that's everything. I hope you're well, and I hope you're getting some sunshine wherever you are and managing to get out and about and enjoy it. It's lovely here. We've been at the beach quite a lot recently, which is so nice. It's kind of one of my soul homes. Years ago, I worked, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, I worked in a city well away from the coast, and after a few months I was just like, I did go home regularly. Every 2 or 3 weekends I was home, but I just thought, I can't live away from the sea. It's just part of me, and being able to go to the beach, so I do enjoy it here. I make the most of it whenever possible, and our family just loves it too. It's nice to get that chance. So yeah, if you've been doing anything fun that makes you happy, I'd also love to know. It's just nice to hear positive things. Anyway, in the meantime, till the next one, I hope you have a lovely summer, and I'll try and be back soon-ish. But yeah, the summer holidays might be a bit crazy because there won't be any peace at all, so who knows. But yeah, take care until then. Bye.